Scandinavia, a vast land of fjords, forests, and ancient Viking settlements. Mountains of archaeological evidence have been uncovered detailing the day-to-day life of Viking-era men. But what was life really like here over 1,000 years ago for Viking women?
Vikings existed in an extremely brutal, violent, and male-dominated society. In fact, there's a very good reason why so little archaeological evidence exists of Viking women, and that's because they didn't have very much power or influence or really very interesting lives at all.
As a Viking reenactor, I've lived in the skin of real Viking women. We gather here by the dozens every solstice to pretend to be Vikings. Hey, Glenn! Take that abomination off your head. Vikings did not wear horns on their helmets. Accuracy is paramount.
Here in Bjørgstädt, Norway, a particularly interesting grave was discovered in the early 1900s. A warrior was buried with an array of weapons that indicated their stature. A shield, a warrior's sword, an axe, a dagger. There was also some sort of game piece, akin to a queen in chess. And one artifact we have yet to classify.
A funny little, I think it's probably a dildo, or maybe a back scratcher, maybe both.
These contents prove beyond a doubt that the Bjørgstädt grave occupant is a quintessential Viking warrior, a revered leader. Abs you could grate cheese on. Probably a super bushy beard. Just, just really manly.
How do you respond to the theory that the Bjørgstädt warrior's sex is in question?
I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but yes, I do remember that. Back in the 70s, there was an osteoarchaeologist, whatever that is, just a made-up word, a student who claimed that they could prove the Bjørgstädt grave occupant was female, based on, I don't know, the hips or something. What, like just a woman holding a sword, like, oh, careful, I'll drop it on you. No.
Thanks to modern technology, Dr. Nalla Anderson and her team at Oslo University were able to extract DNA from the bone marrow in order to uncover the precise genetic code of the Bjørgstädt warrior.
I mean, what's the point? We already know what it'll tell us. Scandinavian, the hefty build, probably evidence of his DNA in local populations. We can only imagine that a man of his virility would be very successful spreading his seed. Pew, pew, pew! Baby, baby, baby!
The results from our tests were surprising, to some. They show with 99.9% certainty that the occupant of the Bjørgstädt grave was in fact a female.
Or perhaps a warrior's favorite wife, sister, cook.
We're left with more questions than answers. Who was this fearsome Viking woman?
A trailblazer, a woman who wasn't afraid to stand up for herself.
An inspiration, probably a dominatrix.
Maybe she was guarding the gravesite until he got back.
Until new information comes to light, we may never know.